Can you share the documents, Sridhar, with me?
Yeah, sure. I'll share it.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. So let's see like different regions or styles in the OAF. Okay. And after that, we'll discuss about the view link concept. So now here, like sometimes, like based on the requirement, we want to show a particular data in an appropriate way, right? Like appropriate format. Okay. So what we do is we'll consider one particular database, or we'll just consider a Vivo, and let's see how can we represent in a different formats in the OAF page. So let's take AR cache receipts. Okay. Assume this is my data. Okay. So let's say where cache receipt underscore ID is equal to. Okay, I'm just hard coding. Okay. Now what I will do is I'll just create a Vivo and I'll assign the Vivo to the aim, and we'll try to design a page, and we'll see in how many different ways we can represent the data. Okay. We'll try to follow different layout styles. Click on new view object. Here receives Vivo. Assign the Vivo to the aim. Region styles PG. Okay. Set the controller also, because we have a Vivo, so then without having the without having CVO, we cannot display the data. So region style CVO. Call the init method now. One minute. What is the Vivo name? AR receives Vivo. Okay. Vivo.execute query. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So now let's see different styles now. So we just have the Vivo. We just call the initialization method. Now, like this particular query, what we have considered now, it will display only one particular record, right? So now let's start with different styles now. So here on the main region, perform a right click. Okay. So I'll just click on region using a wizard. Click on next. Select the AM. Select the Vivo. Now here we have different styles which are available. So we'll just go with one by one. So let's start with row layout. I'll just say row layout region, and I'll select some set of columns here: amount, setup book ID, currency code, status, and type, receipt number. Click on next and set all of them as message style text, because we just want to have a read-only one. And finish. Okay. And we'll create one more region. New region using a wizard. Click on next. Select the AM. So technically there is nothing we have to do here, because we just want to have a representation, right? How exactly in which particular format you want to show it. So we have something called default single column, which will show all the columns in a single column. I'll just say single column region, cash receipt ID, amount, setup book ID, currency code, status, receipt number. Okay, let's see these two things and then we can discuss. Run the page now. Okay, now do you see the difference here? The first region style is a row layout, which is displaying all the columns one by one automatically, right? This is the row layout region, the first one. And the below one is a default single column layout region. So sometimes you may have a requirement to show all the columns like this. You may have a requirement to show the column like this. It all depends upon how you want to have it. And now let us say we have some more columns, some more regions also, right? So rather than creating a region using a wizard, let us say, like assume that like initially your particular existing page is having a row layout region, and you want to convert that region into some other one, and you have to make sure that you have to have the same set of columns. So what I can do is, I can just simply copy, Control C, click on the main region and press Control V. Okay, it copy pasted the same region, but here what you do, simply change the region style here. Simply change the region style. Let us say I will change it to, I'll just change it to, there is something called default double column, right? Default double column. I'll change it to default double column. And one more thing we have to remember, sometimes when you're trying to change a particular region from one region to another region, there is a chance that the child components which are there under that one may get lost. Okay. Now in this case, I don't think you lost any of the item here. All the items which are there, of course, everything is there here. So I'll just change it to double column region. And you can also have a text to identify which is a double column region for our reference purpose. And some set of regions, you don't even have any header property for them. Some set of regions, if you observe here, row layout doesn't have any region property, doesn't have any header information to show it. So if you want to have header information, what we can do, just create header region, create region, which is header region, and just drag and drop that region under this one as a child. Now this is our header region. So you can just set row layout, header region, row layout region. Okay, now see the difference how they look like. We have one single column, one double column, as well as other one as a row layout region. Try to rerun and see how it looks like. Okay, now the first one is a default single column, the second one is default double column, and third one is a row layout region. And now here the problem with the default double column is it will automatically decide the number of the name says double column, right? So it automatically have two columns. But let us say you have a requirement to show the columns in a 3-column fashion. You want to show these set of items in a 3-column fashion. Then what should you do? So for that one, what is the option we have is there is a region style called message component layout, which is a frequently used layout. But for this one, you don't have the wizard option. For this for the message component layout, you don't have a wizard option. So what I will do is, see, I have these number of items, like around how many? Seven items are there. Nobody prefers to again recreate all the items and set the Vivo instance, right? What we can do is simply copy the existing region, Control C, click on the main region, Control V. Now I'll just simply change this region style, GHIJKLM, message component layout. Click on this one, and it is asking here, this component could potentially be removed by this action. It's saying that there are some set of child components can be removed. It will not, it is not saying it will remove, can be removed also, could be. Just yes, Now you can also observe that none of them got lost. Sometimes it may lost. Let us say if you're having some set of like if you're having buttons or maybe some LOV component, some other component, there is a chance you may lose them. You need to again create them. Now this is our message component layout. In this one here, if you observe, you have an option called rows and columns. Let us say you want to have 3 columns, just mention the columns here. Just mention the columns here. And always, like whenever you create any region, if at all, if that particular region doesn't have any kind of like a header information, it is preferable that you have the header region and you place your region inside that.
Sir, only the columns which are like, which belongs to a table, that only may get lost, or it can get lost. As you said, the buttons and all, but buttons and all are okay, we can find it out. But if the table is having so many columns, it's difficult to even check it up. Isn't it?
We have to identify, right? See, that's how the framework is. When you're converting a region from one region style to another region, yes, obviously you lost some set of components. If the item style is message text, it will not lose. If the item style is submit button, it will get lost. Generally, your submit button is never part of your table region, right? Your buttons cannot be part of your table region, basic thing. Your particular submit button cannot be part of your Vivo.
Okay.
So now here, this is our message component layout. But if you observe here, the look and feel here, you have if you see the background color, it is light blue color, but here it doesn't have any light blue color kind of things. The best thing is always have header region. Click on new region and place your double. Where is that? 1 minute. Yeah, this is our message comp layout region. Place this message component layout region under the header region like this as a child. Now this is our message comp layout header region, and I'll just say receipts data. And also observe here, it is having only, like here we have set only column information. We did not set the row information. That's the reason it is not working properly. And if you observe how many columns we have, 3 plus 3, total 7 we have it. So better you can have it as 3 by 3 matrix, 3 rows and 3 columns. If you mention 2, what will happen? You have 7 columns. If you mention 2 rows and 3 columns, again it will get into next row. Better you just set it appropriately here. Now rerun the page and see the difference. This is the one, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. What happened?
Why is it coming in a table form?
Where did you mention? Sorry, where did you mention that? Here we have to mention, right? 3. Okay. Message component layout. Mention the number of rows and number of columns. Let's retry. I don't know where did I set it.
So why it is not coming in a table form?
Which one?
Yeah, it is not showing in a proper way. It is just showing in entire data.
Let's see the style first. Let's see the output and you can ask me. Yeah, can you see now? This is your message component layout, which is having 3 rows and 3 columns. Yeah, now tell me which one is not proper.
Sir, it is not showing the way it needs to show earlier in the database style.
What? 1 minute. What are we trying to discuss? Do you understand, first of all? We are trying to discuss about different layout or region styles in OAF. I'm trying to show you how many styles we have it and which one we prefer it with generally in the real time. So this is a single column layout, this is a double column layout, this is a row layout, this is a message component layout. I'm trying to show you different layouts. Why are you considering table layout?
Sir, I'm
Sridhar,
Yeah.
can we increase the basically width or size of the columns, the gap between the two columns, the gap between the two columns?
Yes. So let us say I'll tell you. Let us say now if you observe this row layout, if you want to have some spacer between this receipt ID and amount, what you can do is First of all, you have to identify which region, which item, right? Now let us say this is your row layout. This is your row layout region, and you have these particular two items. If at all, if you want to have much space between these two items, what you can do is just create a new item, okay? And here, just place item between both of them. And now there is item style called spacer, or maybe, yeah, go with spacer. And you can mention the width. Let us say I want to have a 15 space width. I'll just mention 15 like this. This is spacer. You can have a space between these two items.
Sir, what I wanted to ask you is that in the row layout itself, why it is not showing the table size, table view, like the earlier way we used to see. That is what my question was.
Now, can you see the space here? Now it shows a little bit, this empty space. This is how we can have a space. Yeah, Vaida, you're telling something?
Yes, sir. मैं ये कहना चाहती थी आपसे कि the row layout, since it is a row, and how it shows in the database, you have a column name at the top and the value down, right?
Sorry, column?
Column name at the top and the value down. This is how generally the rows are shown in the database.
Why are you considering database now?
Okay, sure.
This is not database, right? See,
no, this is not database, but this is a row layout. So generally the rows are shown in that.
You see, one basic thing, row layout doesn't mean your row in the database, right? Don't consider those things here. Row layout means, as per the OAF framework, whatever data you have in the Vivo, that will be shown one by one as a row fashion. That's it. All the columns in single row. That's it. That's how it will show. If you see double column, it means that whatever the columns which you have in the Vivo, it will be shown in two column fashion. Single column, it will show all the items in a single column fashion. And coming to the other one, message component layout, here the developer can define how many columns as well as how many rows they want to show it. So this is one of the best region. This message component layout is one of the best one, because generally in the real time what happens is always the column, like the number of items to be shown, that will get changed frequently, right? So the best thing is always go with this one. And now let us say you can play around, right? You can just mention how many columns you want, how many rows you want, rather than going with a single column or double column. You always can go with this one, either way. Okay, so now, yeah, one more thing I want to show you. Let us say okay, so now let us say, so assume that you want to show a button in this particular region. Sometimes what may happen is you have a data and you want to also have a kind of button here, but the issue is in the message component layout, it will not allow you to show any button. Observe here. Now where is our message component layout? This is our message component layout. If you observe, the region style name is message component layout. It means that only those items which start with message, like if you observe here, this is my message text input, message style text. So whatever the component which starts with message can be automatically created inside this one. But if at all, if you're using any component which is not a message kind of thing, then what you have to do is on the message component layout region, click on new, and there's something called message layout. Click on message layout. If you observe here, if you observe carefully, inside the message component layout, you can have all these set of item styles, but you don't have anything called submit button. That's what I was telling you. When you're converting a region style from one region to another region style, let us say if you're converting from default single column to message component layout, if at all if your single column layout is having any submit buttons, that will get lost automatically. So in those kind of scenarios, what you can do is you can just create a message layout. You can create a message layout like this. Inside this, you can have different item styles now. You can also have a submit button. On this message layout, right click here, click on new item. Now I'll just change it to submit button. Okay. So generally, like, that, like, in normal environment, if you consider any framework, the layout will take much amount of time for the developer, and it is difficult to debug as well as difficult to trace also, right? So and you don't have any undo option here. If you're trying to change a style from one particular style to another style, it's gone. That's it. You can't have, like, you cannot undo any of the changes in the pg.xml. Can you see the button here? Okay, but now let us say we have we have 7 columns and 1 button, right? Assume that your particular business user is asking that, can we have a button down here rather than having at the position, now the position is second row, third column, right? If he's asking that, no, can't we have this button under here, third row, third column? How can we do it? You will have these kind of requirements also. Now observe carefully in the message component layout. Why I'm stressing is this is one of the important styles in the OAF. Now here cash receipts ID, amount, and setup book ID. How it is getting displayed? Column kind of fashion, right? The first 3 columns belong to first column. Second 3 columns belongs to second column. And now you have this particular second column. Third column is missing, right? This is third column. Third column. In the third column, first, second, and other one, isn't it? Now what I will do is I'll just create a dummy item here. I'll just create a message. I can have a message style text also, not a problem, because I will not have any value here. I'll just say empty text. Don't give any prompt here. Don't give any prompt if at all, if it is having, don't give that. So simply what I will do is I'll just make it a stop. Sorry, it went inside, right? Sometimes these things happen, so be careful. So I'll just again drag and drop. Sorry, it is not coming out. Yeah, but now this went top again. Another mistake. Make again down. Yeah, now this is correct. Now what happened? I just set this particular submit button to third row, third position. Now whatever the items which you have in the message component layout will be considered in a column by column fashion. The first column 3 and second column 3 and third column 3, right? And now how that is distinguished, because we mentioned here, right? 3 rows, 3 columns. That's how it is. Now try to rerun the page and see the difference. You have to see that particular submit button at the third row, third position, third column position. Still the same issue, right? It is not showing that. It is not going there. It is not going to third row, third position. What I will do is, let us say, if it is not going, I'll just create new message layout. It went inside again, right? I'll delete this empty text, right? I just have one more message layout to just make sure that this comes under here. Or,
Can't you
yeah,
and put it there?
sorry,
Can't you just pick up and put it there?
where?
In your this itself, in this region itself, you are having it, there down you are having that particular stuff, no? Click wala. You can put it drag and drop.
We want this item to be shown in the ninth position, this position, third row, third column position. That's what we want to show
Yeah.
it.
Third row, third position, you can immediately put it after the set of book ID or what clicking whatever.
If you keep it in a setup book ID, that's what I was telling you, right? If you observed cash receipt, amount, setup book ID, how is it getting shown? Cash receipt, amount, setup book ID, right? Understand?
Yeah, so after you can
Yeah.
just click button, you can just drag there.
Where? You cannot have. That's what I was. What is the reason of creating message layout? Because that is what I was telling you, right? We cannot have a submit button directly. It has to be inside message layout. That's the reason I created a message layout. That's the reason I have created a message layout, isn't it?
Yeah, but you can just drag it now, that message layout to the after set of books ID.
If you drag and drop the setup book after this, see what will happen if you drag and drop this at this place. See the position of it. It will be shown in the second column, first position. See that. Do you want this one output or what output we want?
You wanted this. You wanted that click to become after the this thing, no? So
I was expecting that this particular click button want to be shown at this place after the receipt number, third column, third position. That is what I was trying to do it.
earlier it was the same.
Okay, so we'll discuss one more region style and let's see this output once.
I think this will work.
Still it is not working.
Hmm.
So still what I can do is, let us say if it doesn't work, sometimes we just play around again. I'll just create one more item which is of message style text and I'll just wantonly set this render as false. Simple. I'm not sure this work or not, but let's try again. Okay, I just created one more receipt number and set this render as false.
So what is the meaning of rendered? Rendered false means? What is a rendered?
Render means like whether you want to show an item in the output or not. Render true means it will be shown in the output. If it is false, it will not show in the output.
Sounds like a render.
I don't know, still it is not working. Strange. Let me create. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So I'll just have, let's see what happens now. Okay, I'll just add dummy item. Okay, now it is working this time. So it is showing it as message text input, right? Just change it to message style text, that's it. It will fix. Now this one, where is that? Yeah, message style text. Now check it. Okay, so stop the server once. So if at all the load in the server gets increased, automatically it will have this issue. Just clear the log, stop the server, rerun the page again.
Oh, this happens with me many times. What I do is I just stop that particular entire, I just close it and read.
That is not required. You just need to stop the OC4J server.
Okay.
Oh, still we have the same issue. What happened? Okay, I can have a spacer then. I have a spacer. It's okay. Width we can just give 2. Let me try final. Okay, still it is not working. I'll check it if possible. Okay. So these are different region styles which we have. Of course, we have lot number, but these are the mostly used stuff. let us say one more region. I'll show you. I'll copy this existing region, Control C, Control V, and now something called show hide kind of region. Show hide header region. Right? This is another region style. Hide show header region. Okay. And one more thing I want to show you is, let us say I'll just create one region. Okay. Inside this, I'll just create two items. Okay. Two items. And now what is the requirement for this one is you want to show these items in the extreme right. In the extreme right. What I will, if you at all, if you want to position some set of items in a appropriate position, one more thing is most of the features like which you see in the web browser, in the web normal web designing will not be available here. We have to consider some constraints in this one. So one of the style what we have is cell format. So there is something called cell format. So in this one, I'll just place my items here as a child. In this cell format, what I will do is, see, by default, if you don't mention anything, it will automatically appear in the left side position. Let us say in my case, I want to show these two items in the extreme right. So you have appropriate like a property here. Can you see horizontal alignment, vertical alignment? You can just try all these things and we can show it the appropriate place. I'll just say right. Okay, I'll just go with the horizontal alignment and let's see how they look like. Can you see? Now we could see these two items in the extreme right. If you don't, by default, generally the expectation is it will appear at the left side. But if you're trying to, if you want to set something in the extreme right, you can just go with these kind of things, like a cell format. Cell format, you have different properties. You just need to check it. Based on that, you can try to achieve them. The region style is cell format. Okay. And the other region, what we have seen, yeah, this is the hide and show header region. Click this one, it will show the items here. Just click on this one, it will collapse. Expand and collapse. Hide and show header region. Got it? So we have seen around how many regions? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 region styles, 6 region styles we have seen.
So the hide and show region, what have you done exactly? Can you just show us that?
We just used a region called hide and show. That's it. We just used a region style called hide and show region. That's it. The region style name itself is hide show header.
Okay.
So this will automatically have a plus symbol here, and you can automatically, if you just click on that, it will expand. If you click on it again, it will collapse. Clear?
Okay.
Sridhar, how to implement the train region? Because train is something very significant.
Train region, see, like maybe if you have seen my, like I sent you one of the coding, right? Maybe in that you already have a train region. So, but basic thing is, see, train region is used for the purpose of navigation between pages, right? Navigation between pages. That's a purpose. So like for the business user, they have to clearly know that in which particular page they are and what is the previous or what is the next pages, right? So that is the concept of the train region. So let me show you them directly rather than telling theoretically. Let me show you that. Okay, so in this one, okay. Yeah. Can you see a region called shared train region? And the region style is train. So what we have to do is, if you want to implement a train region, first of all, you have to create a shared region, and the shared region style should be train. And in that, you just have the hyperlinks. You just have the hyperlinks and mention the destination URIs, destination pages, destination page information. Okay. Now, if you observe in my shared train region, I have three hyperlinks. One is for the department page, another one is display DB image, another one is the EMP page. So if you observe, let us say I'll go to department page link. So what is this page? So observe here, this is DPT page, right? So in this one, you have something called DPT page, and here just see here. And in this DPT page, I just, like embedded two regions, right? One is navigation bar region, another one is train region. So we require, if at all, if you want to implement train, you require two regions. One is navigation bar region as well as train region. Okay. First of all, what you do is independently design your pages, and make sure that you, like, if you're trying to perform a transaction, you know that, like, you need to pass some parameter from one page to another page, isn't it?
Yeah.
Let us say you're implementing, you have three pages which are dependent, like A, B, and C. Now, when you're trying to invoke B from A, you have to pass a parameter from A to B, and then of course it goes from B to C. This is how we generally do it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right. So when you want to implement this as a part of a train region, you just require one train region and you require one navigation region. These two regions you require. You need to implement these two regions as a shared regions. In that shared regions, you need to mention your hyperlinks for your pages. So here, if you observe, one is navigation, right? Shared navigation region. Where is that? Yeah, one is shared navigation region, another one is shared train region. Can you see?
Yeah.
So this is my shared navigation region. In this one, if you observe, the region style is navigation bar. And the first step, I need to mention what is the first step as well as what is the last step. Here I have to mention, right? Because navigation bar has to know how many navigations I have.
Okay.
Okay, so create two regions. One is navigation bar region, another one is train region. And after that, what you do, you just need to extend those particular regions in the pages wherever you want to have it, in which page you want to have it. Now I extended these two regions here. There is nothing, no code, there is no extra code required in your pages. Okay, now try to run this page and see how it works. Now can you see? By default, the department page is automatically selected. I mean to say, like, you can see the icon as a different one, right?
Yeah.
And this is the train region, and the below one, what you're seeing, this is a navigation region. Now if you just click on next, see what will happen. It will automatically go to display DB image. This will get highlighted. Got it? And if you, let us say, if you click on next, it will automatically go to the other one, EMP page.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So this is how we can implement. The only thing is you require two extra regions. One is shared navigation bar region, other one is train region. Okay.
Okay. And Sridhar, one more, like advanced table region.
You forgot? We discussed.
Advanced table.
Yeah. Advanced table we discussed, right? Advanced table we discussed. I remember. I'll show you. For advanced table, the first thing is you don't have the wizard option. Okay. And see, in this one we implemented, I guess. Yeah. Right. EMP DML using PL SQL.
Yeah.
This was advanced table. So see, the basic difference between the advanced table and simple table is, simple table have a wizard option, advanced table doesn't have a wizard option. And advanced table supports column grouping. Advanced table supports column grouping. Maybe if you don't remember, see, let me rerun this page. And most of your latest OAF pages will be based on advanced table only. Right? And here if you observe, the salary plus commission is a part of column group. Salary plus commission is a part of column group.
Okay.
Can you see here? The column, see, if you want to create an advanced table, what you have to do is create advanced table. In that you have to create a column. Inside a column you have to create an item, and also you have to create a sortable header inside a column header.
Okay.
So whatever you mention the column header, that will be shown as a prompt for the column. Sortable header, sortable header.
So means what is the advantage by using this advanced table? What is the advantage?
The first advantage is column grouping. That is the one which you have it. That's only one.
Okay.
Column grouping, and also we have one more thing. Maybe see if you see here, let me show you. We never tried that one, but as extra feature you can consider. See, what you can do is I'll just create something called footer, and inside the footer I'll just create, there is a functionality called add table row. Can you see? In the footer section we have something called add table row. So the functionality of this one is similar to like this is, like why we use it, like if you want to insert a row, we can just use this one. Rather than writing the extra coding, we can just use this add table row functionality. That is another extra feature which you have in the advanced table. Can you see add another row? This one. Just click on this one, it will automatically create a row here. Can you see? Got it?
Yeah.
This is used for the purpose of inserting a row in the Vivo, but most of the times I always wrote extra coding for the purpose of inserting the row. There is a reason behind that. The reason is, see, if you click on add another row, see now generally like whenever you create a row, we have to set some properties, right? So we always need to write some custom coding. So what is the need of using this add another row functionality, isn't it? So that's the reason I prefer to use our custom coding for the insert row functionality. And also you can handle it. Let us say some developers still prefer that, no, they want to have this add another row. Then you want to set some values when you create a row. Then what you have to do is you need to explicitly handle this particular add another row event. On the table row, whatever you have it, you have some particular APIs to handle the table row events, table level events also. This advanced table region, it supports some set of APIs to handle the table region events. Let us say one example. Now if you are performing, click on next. This event also we can handle it. This event also we can handle it. Okay.
Okay.
And what's the time? Yeah. So yeah, I'll stop here. What we do is in next class we'll discuss about our view link concept, and I'll try to show you like I show details kind of region style, and if possible I'll try to show you the H grid also, hierarchical grid.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Okay then.
So,
Yeah.
I will give you a call to 1 o'clock. Please pick up now.